Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back with some more Napoleon Total War for you today, and this is another NTW 3 battle, and we are in the deserts of Egypt as we have the Ottoman general here, Mustafa Pasha. He's about to be taken out by some guys this Cheval here. He's going to get chased down, but yes, we have a 3v3 here. We have 3 French corps from the Egyptian campaign against like three corps from like the Egyptian campaign, but for the British. Along with the Turks are here as well. Just adds like a bit of spice to it. So yes, we have, I believe we have Abercrombie's like core here. We also have Baird's like core here, and we have, well, we did have Mustafa Pasha, but he's now run for the hills. Oh, he might run for the hills anyway. He's broken. He might return at 6 men. Who knows? But over here we do have Napoleon Bonaparte himself with his Alexandrian corps. Looking glorious. I mean, it's a big corps as well. I mean, you've got some huge units here. 291 men in a unit. And then in like the center we have Menu, I'm gonna say, with like a damn, I don't know where that is. I'm pretty sure this is near Alexandria, this corps here, like where they were based. And then over here, quite isolated, we have Dessous, who is with the like the Nile corps. And they've already been cut off by like the British here. We've got converged light infantry, all sorts of like infantry here that we're not used to seeing. And we also have the Turkish cavalry here, and they've all but cut off this French corps here, who's very much short on cav in comparison to the Turks. They only have like this 1 dragoon unit, and they've got their general in Dessous. They've already lost an artillery piece. I didn't show it, but they did send in, the British did, some light dragoons here. Managed to destroy this artillery piece. I think, well, they didn't get out. They got shot to pieces. But yeah, so that is like all that you've missed really. It was about a long like period of like nothing going on for quite a while since then. And yeah, so if you're enjoying seeing NTW3 on the channel, would like to see some more, and do remember, leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. I don't think he's returning, you know. I think he's gone for good. Broken, very tired. That's not a good sign. But yes, as you can see here, the Napoleon is moving up. He was unopposed at this crossing over here, and he's now getting ready just to basically attack Britain in the back here. Like, Britain's got what? North Lincolnshire and like South Gloucestershire. These 2 units here, 197, 195 men. This is quite large units for British regiments. These guys are going to get surrounded if they're not careful. Like, Napoleon's just swinging on by. It doesn't look like the Turks want to even face Napoleon. And you have like Menu's corps here just ready to like smash across if it needs to. Looks like the Turks, they're setting up some stuff now. These guys, oh, I thought they had like just swords or something like that, but they do have like rifles there, like irregular units. Got some like 1.5 pounders here. Jeez, these are tiny little things, aren't they? These aren't going to do much. And then we've got another 1.5. Is there another 1. No, surely not. I don't know. I don't know if these are 1.5 pounders or what. No, that's like a howitzer, that one. That first one's a howitzer. So the other one might be a 1.5, but like just a normal gun. Dueling off with a 4-pounder here. There are some larger 6-pounders available that the British are setting up. What we've got here, we've got some Lowenstein rifles. Some really cool new units that we don't usually see. That's what you get with the corps, I guess. They look quite cool. But as you can see here, looks like France and Turkey are now about to set up, and well, the Ottomans should say. Well, I was about to say they're setting up ready for a line battle. Looks like the Turks have had a second thought about it and prefer to retreat, because they probably are still seeing all of these lines of infantry just arriving. Like, these are huge units, as already said. I mean, these ones aren't, but these ones certainly are. There is a large unit over here. Oh, we do look like we've got something going on. Britain looks like he's setting up some Perthshire volunteers. I don't know quite what France is doing here. There is a large unit. This is the largest unit I've found so far. 339 men in this unit here. It doesn't just break instantly. That'll be a shame. And it can form a square. Good God, what would that square look like? Over here, we've got some sort of engagement going on. We've got cavalry engaged here. Okay, so we have dragoons now going in. They're actually taking out some of these Turkish infantry here, which can't form square. I don't think any of this Turkish infantry can, which is a bit worrying, obviously. Yeah, I don't think anything can. And they're not setting up any cavalry to like try and deal with this. They're just quite happy to let this infantry just get cut down and killed. There you go, they're gone as well. So that's two Turkish infantry gone already. Now would be the time if I was Manutas to start pushing across here. Attack this this line infantry that's just waiting for you here. This building's going to be a pain to take. But, I mean, you could take out this one line infantry that's just been left here. Napoleon's being able to push on quite easily. Almost outflank that unit. What's going on over here? The Persia volunteers engaged? They are actually. They are actually engaged. Looks like with some of the mercenaries of Maghreb. But here we go. Looks like they're going to engage. There we go. What we got coming up now? Some Stuarts. Stuarts Minorca. I'm guessing that's a unit from Minorca. Which I forget at one point, like, the British should have control over, which is just nuts. Lots of, like, infantry here. Well, it looks like the first line battle, like, is technically here. These Perthshire volunteers firing up against those mercenaries that the French have hired. This unit looks awesome, really does actually. Kind of reminds me of like the Bavarian sort of units, in like their headgear anyway. Look at this, yeah, these really need to fall back to South Gloucestershire now. Surely they realise the danger that this unit's like in. I mean, they could always stick it between these two buildings here, be safe there. Grenadiers, all sorts setting up here. Grenadiers don't look like the typical Grenadiers, but like that. Not many of them got their big bearskin hats on. I guess it'd be too warm for that sort of headgear. You can see they're really pushing on the Turks now. Turks are in a little bit of a dangerous position. They've got to use their cavalry to great effect. Because that's what they've got a lot of. I want to have a look at the Stuarts Minorca. Well, nothing amazing about it. It just looks like any regular line infantry. I'm kind of disappointed. Don't know if the French are going to set up anytime soon, because they better, because the lines now for the British are slowly being mobilised. There we go, some musket fire being returned. These are much smaller French units. Whether they're more elite, we'll find out, I guess, but I would not want to face this many British, but like that. Certainly not isolated like this. And the Ottoman cav is always lurking. I mean, the French got a lot of cav here as well, actually. King's Own Scottish border. Is it Borderers? Yeah, Borderers. Then they're called the Botherers. That'll be confusing, I guess. Looks like the Ottomans are going in for this one bit of cav, though. No, change their mind. Change their mind. Look at this. Look at this French defense around this building. They certainly can swing out this side. If they can form square as well, like this one here can form square, you might as well just swing it out and help fight against the British. Because otherwise, these three units here, or four I guess if you count the mercenaries, are going to get outgunned. I like how the guys on the top of the building, they're supporting. They got a nice view of what's going on. Let's see how Napoleon's doing. Napoleon is now storming this little village. It looks like the Gloucestershire unit did get out of there in time. They did realise like the danger they were in. We've got sappers and stuff like here. Probably going to use this to storm this building. Yep, here they go. Sappers get sent in to storm buildings. And I don't think they're going to win. Yeah, the Chasseurs Britannicas in here now. Don't think they're going to take this, hold this building. Certainly not all these sappers in here. So that's kind of a real shame. They've got like a normal foot infantry in there. They might have done a bit better. But yeah, you can see the morale of this unit is just going down so quickly. And also the numbers are dropping quite quickly as well. And now the first line battle is underway on this side as well. I don't know where the Turks went. They really ran for the hills. Maybe they're going over to support the other British force. Maybe it's everyone run away from Napoleon. Looks like some sappers have been routed from the building though. They've got more than, I think they've got more than just, I think they have got like the South Staffordshire unit in there as well. Don't know how many. The sappers, they're doing okay. Their numbers are just so low. They need those grenadiers in there. Oh, this unit is being shot in the back by artillery. 174. They have routed that.
Taken the building, sir.
There you go. They did take the building in the end then. So the South Staffordshire, I think, is in the building and also outside it. And they've taken the building with the French, and that's a really good position. Now the Britain's kind of like going to be forced back from this line here. The Egyptian campaign does give the French some really weird colours. I mean, I'm sure they are traditional colours, but like they got red, they got pink, they got blue, all sorts. A multicoloured army. How's it going on this side? I mean, as you can see here, like these few units out here, yeah, finally France is going to turn the rest of his army. He needs to mobilise his entire line if he wants to even have a chance against Britain. Yeah, just be careful with those cavalry. They just got to do as much damage as possible because it looks like Napoleon's doing a nice job at the moment. I mean, I say that they're in combat against this building. Don't know with who. The single lone redcoat, he's fighting for the building. No, I'm sure there's more than that. Not sure who though. But yeah, as you can see now, Manu is now coming across the river. We now got him linking up with Bonaparte. Honestly, I would think about moving my troops this way, like towards the other like French force, rather than supporting Bonaparte. Bonaparte seems to be doing just fine. Look at these guys. They look like redcoats, really, don't they? Really confusing. I mean, they don't with their like their lack of shakos, but like at a squint, if you're looking a long way away, they will look a bit like redcoats.
Our men are running, sir.
Building's been lost. They've retaken the building of the British. Well, good on them. I'm going to presume it's this South Gloucestershire unit. Well, they might want to send those grenadiers in, wherever they are. Yeah, there they are. Might want to send the grenadiers in. There he is, Napoleon himself down here. He just wants to go to India, okay? He just wants to go to India. Let him through. Britain's like, no, we won't lose our most prosperous colony. Converge? Yeah, these converged light infantry. Interesting units. Here we go. This battle over here is... I'm not going to say raging, but it's certainly dialed down now. I mean, I kind of want to see this unit fire off a few rounds. I want to see what 300 men looks like when they fire off. I mean, they're not all going to fire, that's the thing. Got purple over here, purple units. Well, they're getting outgunned. They're facing 2 units. This is an issue that like France has got to deal with. This is a fairly small French army. I mean, these are small French units as well. Actually, no, it's kind of even. These mercenaries here are helping out. I mean, I don't think they've got the greatest morale. They need to get their gun. This gun needs to start putting holes into this British line. This British line's nice and thick. You can see here the British bringing more across. I think most of the British army is over here. I think they've eluded the French here, and they're just like, what's being held up is just a couple of units holding up the rest of the French army. What is in there now? It is those grenadiers. Honestly, I'd get the French. Yeah, finally, I was going to say Manu needs to start going back this way, supporting his French ally. Otherwise, this French army is just going to get evaporated. Luckily, they've been given most of the cavalry. Actually, this is mostly all their cavalry. Dessous.
We've taken the
this is
building,
Manu's over here, but yeah, most of this actual cavalry was actually Dessous. They've taken that building again. That's nice. And now they can move on. They are routing most of these units now. That's good to see. Now they can move on to this like choke point here, move through here, and then get up onto this hill and help support this French army here. Because, to be honest, they're kind of playing a bit of like they're trying to catch the British troops being left like looking for them. There's the Highland Infantry here, Gordon's. It's a good unit. This unit survives well the entirety of the Napoleonic Wars. But yeah, the French. What I'm trying to say is that the French is just like think they've like got the British army like pinned down, but then they don't because it's just slipped by. Same with the Turks. The Turks army was like right there waiting, and then they've just somehow managed to let it slip out of their hands. And I imagine it's over here now. Over here, dealing damage to this this French force. Sorry. You need to be careful of this though. This French unit here is going to shoot its own gunners potentially. mean, I don't know if it has been. It might have been, yeah. Yeah, needs to be careful. And then they need to be careful they don't just fire and hit their own men as well. As you can see, the Gordons are just going to be plowing on through, routing some of those mercenaries. They need to be careful as well, they're on the red line. So if they just got, they're very close, like in routes, let's going over that red line. Yeah, look at this. Oh, here we go, the big unit.
Our general is under attack.
This is what we've been waiting for. 300 odd men firing away. Surely this unit's going to clear house. Surely this is going to go take a couple down with it. I don't know. It seems to be doing okay. Don't know how much damage it is dealing to these units, but I'm expecting some. The Gordon's still in it. Oh no, this is the Converge Grenadiers. What's with all this conversion they're doing? Don't know, but we've now got Perthshire Grenadiers and the Gordon's been retreated. Stuart's Minorca. A general has died. A general has been killed. A Baird's been killed. Oh dear, how has he been killed? He's been shot by an artillery piece possibly? I don't know. But one of the generals here for Britain is dead. You can see now that the Turks are, with the British, are now defending this side. The Turks also look like they're going to be trying to hold back Manu's forces over here as well. I think it's this gun here, this artillery. It's just like gone all the way through and it's just hit Baird. I think it maybe was going for the guns as well. How many of these infantry can form square? Most of them. Oh no, half I'd say. Yeah, you can see here they're all forming squares. The French get close. We've now got Highlanders going in here. The Black Watch going in. They're going after this huge French unit. They broke in. Yeah, they broke on impact. It's going to take quite a lot to break this unit. I mean, it's down from 300. It is now under the 300 mark. Look how many British are in here. And they're being held back by one single French line infantry. They're just trying to break the back of this, like the Sue's corps here, and then they can get in behind, they can get after Dessous himself with guns. And yeah, I mean, this corps is nearly gone, to be honest. And we got the Cav, and that's it. So the Cav is now going in, and they're going in after these infantry here. They might be able to break a few of these. They might be able to relieve this French infantry a bit. We got the camels here as well. Got to respect the camels here. Look at this. All these units form square at one point, and now being caught out by this one like dragoon unit. Doing the same on this side. How many of these will form square? He is forming square in time. Lucky him. I think most of these, yeah, can form square. Ooh, lucky. Now fighting for this building here. And the General Dessous is now in combat. Being caught out by Grenadiers. That's a bad sign. Hopefully the French are getting a shuffle on over here. They need to. Napoleon is starting to make his way across this river crossing. I mean, one stern offensive cross here, and I'm sure you get across. These are just like irregulars. There's some guns here. There is some line infantry, but it's all Turkish stuff. Surely I would have thought if the French, sorry, make a stern crossing, then they can probably overwhelm it in one go. Same over here. I mean, do they really even need to assault this French force? I mean, I guess they need to deal with this otherwise to get outflanked. Because otherwise they could just push straight onto the British here, who have got so much infantry waiting for them. Same with the French, like the Ottomans. But you can see the French cavalry has done a lot of damage to this British side here. I mean, I say a lot. They seem to be returning quite a lot of these. What they're going to go for? I guess they could go for the rear of the Turkish army here, which is what I would probably go for, trying to relieve, like Napoleon, give him an easy crossing. I mean, Turkey's also making it easy by shooting his own men in the back. These guys look cool with their capes. They're not even wearing any, like, they've got their chest, they've got their shirts out, their chests out, no shirts on. Not a good way to stop a bullet. Turkish cavalry over here. This might be able to do some damage to the French. I mean, they've still got a few reserves and stuff. Are they still fighting over this building? Surely not. I don't know what's going on here. The Grenadiers and the Sappers, though, they probably want to leave. They're probably going to need both those units for combat again later on. You can see here that this offensive is underway. These two huge units here. Napoleon instead of... Oh my gosh. That chasseur unit, I mean, that rifle unit, how that... Yeah, this one, I was going to say... These units are not withstanding like the vicious volleys of the French. There you go, already breaking. Honestly, I'd get into the guns, get into the infantry, cause havoc. Don't lose too many men though, because the Turks have a lot of cav themselves. Here we go. In they go. Dragoons going in. And they break them instantly. They've broken this line. Napoleon should hold fire and just get the infantry up, move into melee. Don't hurt your own cavalry. Get in here, just like do all sorts of damage if possible. Yeah, these guys can't form square. None of these guys can survive the French cav. And there you go. Like one corps has kind of been killed off over here by the oh, the French sent in some dromedary cavalry. Yeah, they're actually breaking stuff as well. Dromedary regiment. Camels. They sent in camels. Jeez, it took too much time to say. Yeah, and they also got some more cavalry here. They got like Davout's dragoons here. And they got more stuff over here. Wow, they've actually were doing a lot of, like, they've got hussars here, they've got all sorts. Going after the guns. How have they managed to survive here, by the way? They're like getting like hard pressed by like grenadiers and all sorts. The 300 man unit is down to a mere 100 now. How this corps has survived, I don't know. They're now going after Abercrombie himself, not a bad idea.
Yes, sir.
If they can kill Abercrombie, that would be a nice little extra. Looks like they are going to lose most of this cavalry though now. Cavalry over here, though, is going absolutely ham, though. Rousing everything. Yeah, look at these dragoons, this Saracens or something like that. They're just routing everything. Manu's corps now is just get move on, go this way. Go left of this, like, pond, as you could call it, lake. Got more British infantry, though, waiting for them now. More sterner stuff. Not going to be easily broken by cavalry, because they can form square. Might need to have an actual duel. Probably the first sort of obstacle that the Bonaparte Corps is going to come up against. Over here, though, I mean, there's been a big loss in certainly like in cavalry and also in infantry. They are probably going to be able to take out Dessou's corps, but like then when they transfer it across here, will they have enough to stop Manu and Bonaparte? I don't know. Hard to say. The dragoons are still over there. Got some West Norfolk just keeping an eye on them. I don't know where the rest of the Turkish cav's gone. Obviously, I can't see it because of fog of war. But I honestly don't know where it's really got to. They've not really done much with it. Britain now opening fire. These brave chaps fighting for king and country. Oh, they're getting flanked though by Napoleon. They're going to get shot from 2 different angles. Yeah, they probably want to give ground. Maybe retreat to where these Turkish infantry are. These ones can form. Oh, this singular infantry here can form square. I'm glad to see something for the Turks can form square. They learned some sort of like military tactics, military formations, rather than the typical scattered formations. But yeah, I mean, Manu's corps looking really healthy. Barely had to have a fight. And Napoleon's now getting stuff way like behind enemy lines over here, ready to threaten like the troops that were attacking Dessous. Dessous is now like just camping this like building heavily, and I don't blame him. To be honest, he's just firing at anything that gets slightly too close. Scary enough, but I mean, yeah, look at this line. Look at this, like this is the 300-man unit. Look at the bodies that just piled up here. So many bodies, and they're all French as well. I do like when you just zoom out and you can see like where all the lines have been fighting. It looks awesome. It really does. But anyway, as you can see, Britain is giving ground. I mean, apart from this Leinster unit here, it's like an Irish unit. Not giving ground. Apart from this unit, Britain has accepted defeat and is falling back. Probably going to fall back to this hill. I imagine they've got a bunch of like cavalry and stuff around this hill. Oh, we've still got artillery coming up. More and more infantry. But I hope you guys have been enjoying it. It certainly is an interesting one. It's nice to see like an Egyptian expedition battle once again. These factions often aren't played. I mean, France, like Egypt's played quite often, but like certainly not necessarily like the Egyptian cause. You don't see come out so often. And sometimes you see Britain, like Britain's Egypt, but not often. People prefer to play like the Peninsula or Waterloo Britain, to be honest. I often probably see like Canada's like 1812 Britain more than I see like in Egypt Britain. Finally, this unit here is broken as it was expected. Here you go. So there's the Ottoman Cav. Is way in behind. It's going to go for this gun here. Take out this 8-pounder, which is not a bad thing to take out. Just accepting their death, I imagine. I mean, what can they do? Bonaparte's going to lose some artillery here. It's a shame. And there you go. In it goes. Nothing to stop it.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
Need to be careful of the sapper unit back here. Sapper unit's probably next on the list of things to kill. French now mobilizing their cavalry, or what remains of it. I mean, it's pretty banged up. Actually, though, these are fairly fresh units. They're just really small. Yeah, Britain is now defending the bottom of this hill. They're green and red. What's this unit? De Watvilles. Okay. An interesting unit. And here we go, we've got a clash of cavalry in the background. We're going to have some dragoons here going off against some Scipii. Looks like the dragoons are going to win that one. Oh, I don't know. The dragoons were initially. Oh, they did win. They did win. Britain might be able to get a volley into them quickly and rout these guys. No, probably not. But you can see now the Britons have been forced to face Bonaparte over here. A new like offensive is opening up. Bonaparte is getting his large units here ready to like defend. You probably want to angle this one a little bit more. Yeah, angle it a little bit more towards the river. And more infantry actually spilling this way from Napoleon. It looks like Manu's going to have most of the joy assaulting that hill. What's this unit? This is a Legion Naut. It's like Marines or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. It seems like nautical. I don't know. I don't do French. French cavalry going in again. What are they going after now? The light dragoons, Maltese pioneers. I mean, they're going to get killed now. They've probably bitten off more than they can chew now. But I mean, the French are now actually going after Ottoman Cav here, possibly. I mean, they could. It's right next to them. Nope, they've changed their mind.
Our men are running, sir.
The Ottoman Cav's been like scared off, and now the French look like they're sending cavalry into the front lines here, being a bit bold. They're just trying to take out all this Ottoman infantry. I wonder. No, I would take out this cavalry. I mean, if you can get rid of all the cavalry, then you're in business. Like the armies, like what remains of the British army is just before you're taken. You need to be careful here of overlapping. This is really bad overlapping. Sort this out. Sort this out. This is horrible to look at. They've managed. Oh my gosh, this unit here has routed all of these goddamn Turks. Yeah, look at that. That is, yeah, don't overlap units. They're just going to cause so much friendly fire. It's happening here as well. I know you're winning France at this point, but you can still lose it with killing your own men. This is now the largest infantry unit on the battlefield. Now that the 339 man unit's been killed off or whittled down, something like that. Bonaparte's now got 277 men here and 169. Huge units. Not want to face these. I mean, that's nearly enough men probably to take on all of these British alone. But here we go. Is he going to just charge up the hill? I think he is. Yeah. France go with the age-old tactic of bayonet charges. Oh god, it's brutal. Here we go. Ingo line infantry going after all sorts here. Why did they form? Oh, they formed square because the Ottomans have got cavalry in behind. I mean, this is not a good charge by the French anyway. They didn't put a great charge up. I mean, they're all just going for an infantry charge. I don't know if this is just like... Something makes me feel like this is a player dropping more than them charging up the hill, which if they did drop, that's a shame. Because Manu's core was really healthy, and like they had Britain for the taking. I mean, still can. I mean, Dessau probably wants to start thinking about leaving his shelter to come and help over here. Yeah, Manu's like core has been destroyed. It's just gonna be down to Bonaparte. Oh my gosh, yeah, this cavalry is just gonna get so many kills. As is the infantry. Probably I would fire volleys into the back of these guys as they run. Make sure they run. Yeah, that was definitely a player dropping more than anything. But Bonaparte over here is though he's still doing okay. Though I'd say that Britain's in the ascendancy now. Like now a Manu's core like mass routing. I mean France is probably gonna get a few of these units back. Don't know how many though. These poor sappers gonna get run down by some cavalry. Yep, more sappers gone. More Manu's core gone. They're still losing a lot of men here though to Bonaparte. Bonaparte probably wants to take out this cav if he can. Form square here, yeah, and then just fire onto this cav, route it. Maybe give Manu's core a little bit of a chance to get some of this stuff back. This one still survives. 131 men. Dessau, yeah, definitely is now moving out. He's got his like large unit moving out. I mean, that's all he's already got that he can like commit really. Form square, so it's pretty good for anti-cav. It's turning into a bit of a mess as this battle, but it's turning into a typical line battle here. Britain certainly has the numbers. France, though, might have the quality. They haven't got the cav though anymore. They lost all their cav in like these mad charges over here. This unit should just form square. Yeah, I mean this is definitely AI because you would have formed square if you're a player here. Form square, just fired onto this Egyptian coalition. Here you go, in some cavalry here, going after these like large units. Oh my god, look at this unit form square. This is nuts. That's nuts. Look at this, it's not even finished forming square. The cav's gone, and you've just finished forming square. It's a nuts size. I mean, it needs to reform its line because otherwise it's going to get fire poured upon it. I mean, even still, like this line alone is probably more than the typical like infantry here. Yeah, that's well and truly going somewhere else now. Here comes Dessau with his final few units, 88, 135. He's going to keep the rest in his building. Probably not a bad idea. And he can threaten the rear of Britain here, though. He's going to reform that line. I mean, he's going to have that reform square in a second. The cavalry's coming back. Yeah, no. No different. Going after. Oh yeah, here he goes. Form square. He gets so close though. Look at this. If anything's actually making it more dangerous to fight the British. Some of Manu's like core is returning. Quite a bit actually. It'd be nice if these ones returned as well. Hopefully they don't just charge again. Britain, those like infantry here, morale is not good. Not looking good at all. France might want to think about maybe, I mean they could push up. There's actually some guys to Cheval that just went in there and they just rode. This unit here is getting a goddamn pounding though. Broken that unit behind them there. Dessau's now got, what's he doing with cavalry here? Yeah, just let them run past the building. What did they just rout? Did they actually rout the unit? Line infantry unit there, they did. They did indeed. These guys actually have spears and shields. Like, wow, that shows how archaic the Ottoman like, army was. CPI cavalry, yeah. And they're all forming square.
Our men are running.
Yeah, this is my break actually. This might actually break. Or maybe not. Men running though. British centre, yeah, you can see here the British is just not looking good here. They can certainly push up this hill. I think it's still going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. Well, like the Allies have the cav. France probably has the quality. Yeah, they can form square as well. Most of what's left, I think, can form square. They need to get these guys moving again. Face off the Turks. These two probably alone could take on the Turks. Need to be careful with their cav. Manu's corps, or what remains of it, is now chasing down this cavalry. Not a bad idea, but you don't need the entire corps to be doing this. Probably also want to get a little bit closer, especially if you can form square. Here we go, the French now moving up their lines.
One of our units used all its ammo.
A unit's used all its ammo. Jeez. One of these ones has used all its ammo. I'm kind of surprised. Here we go. The French, the Turkish cavalry now going in, going after units that can't form square as well. Rear charging. This may decide the battle. If these guys break, they did okay on this one. Oh yeah, they might break both of these actually. When you form square, pour some ammo into this cavalry quickly.
Our men are running.
Yeah, this one's breaking. I don't know if this one's gonna break though. This Turkish cavalry's breaking now. This could be huge if the Turkish cavalry goes. Britain is down to just really. I mean, there is still one over here. Yeah, there you go. They're down. They're gone. They lost one French infantry. Britain's like mass routing now as well. This is a real concern. I mean, yeah, I honestly am of the belief that this line infantry could probably take on all the Turks and win. Oh, Britain just threw in a unit that just like kept sneaky at the back here.
Our men are
West
running.
Norfolk just broke this what remains of this like large 194-man unit. Here we go. The Turks now dueling it off with the Sue's Corps. Look at them in their funny lines. Don't even know how to form a proper line. There we go. They've given up. Looks like they're just going to stand here at the edge of their building. I don't know where they're planning to go now. Britain and the Turks, they don't really have much of an option. They've still got a bit of cavalry. Who knows? I mean, it looks like they're just going to form line for now. Just wait. Who knows? I mean, I think the French have got it now. I honestly thought the British might have lost it, might have been able to win it, sorry, when they just routed all of Manu's corps. But most of it does return. There is still some off in the distance. I like how these grenadiers are still battling in that village, apparently. What's going on there? I hope that was like, maybe like a bug or something like that, or they didn't just forget about the grenadiers. This cavalry here, need to be careful. I mean, they can form square. Where are they going with it? Oh, they're going after Dessau himself. Well, I don't think this can make much of a difference because his corps is nearly gone. There you go, his general is dead. General gone, and now he's just down to just defending like with like a couple of units. Yeah, form square, shoot to the side, break that cav very nice and quickly. Put some volleys in, excellent. And here we go. Looks like Britain's going to go for a charge. He's going to go for one last glorious charge. There you go. Just all going on for this one unit. They really want to break the large unit, don't they? So, and Abercrombie's going in. Ralph Abercrombie himself is going to go in. He's getting shot at as well as he goes in. But yeah, the British Army is all but gone now. I don't really know what they should have really like carried on pushing on Dessau. I thought they had him finished off. And then they could have maybe defended this point themselves. Also, I feel like the Turks is on a great force. Like, we just witnessed, like, the one cavalry charge here, just witnessed the entire destruction of the of the Turkish army, really. If this Turkish army hadn't been rear charged, it maybe not have slowed down the French to allow Dessou's corps to be destroyed. But honestly, I mean, I honestly don't thought it might have been. Manu also they could have maybe capitalized when Manu's corps got routed, maybe flanked the French. I don't know. It's hard to say, but they did a good job. The French and the British, both sides. I mean, put up a good fight. Not much left to really say about it. What is even left? What are they still shooting at? Oh, there's this unit all the way over here. We've got some Bombay native infantry that are now running out. So I'm just going to probably fast forward now until this unit gets routed by something, because this is the end of the battle. So I'm probably just going to actually make a cut here. So I'll see you guys in a moment at the end screen with all the unit statistics. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, so here we are. We are back, and the end screen. That didn't take too long. The native infantry got killed off pretty quickly. But yeah, this one was sent in by Johnny Le Buffon, who was playing as Bonaparte himself. He had the largest army on the battlefield for the French, and he got nearly 2,000 kills with his army, so he did very, very well here. And then we have Flux here, who was playing as Dessou's army here. Nearly lost a fair amount, not as much as I thought. He seemed to have a smaller force than that left, but did a really good job as well, getting over 1,000 kills. Then we have Paranoid here with Manu. I think definitely could have got over 1,000 kills. I think he must have dropped or something like that, but took the least losses. And then we have Janash here, Nash here playing as Abercrombie, and he got a good amount of kills, 1,400 kills. He did a really good job, to be fair. I think he must have been facing Dessou, who was over here in this village. Then we have Opium Fields, who was playing as the Turks. Turks, very hard to get kills with, unfortunately. So, yeah, only getting 700. And then we have Fork number 2 here, who was playing as Beard, who lost his general really early on. Got nearly 900 kills. But there you go. We'll have a quick look at some of the unit statistics. This big unit here getting over 360 kills. And then we have some infantry here with 170, cav with 152. Some really good kills there for the Bonaparte army. But there you go, if you want to have a look at that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this NTW3 battle. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I'll see you in the next one.